Boneyard coming at you. Fucking the other night I do gotta apologize for fucking my internet. By the time I got in, I got a shitty parking spot. It was raining. The internet was on and off. Couldn't do the interview, so we're gonna reschedule with that band. But tonight I got prime parking, clear skies, fucking internet's good, baby. So once again, man, introduce yourself, bud. Glad to have you back. So quick too, man. It's nice.
Yeah, thanks. Well, I'm Matt and I play guitar, as everybody already knows that from the last time I was here. But yeah, man, we talk to some bands and talk to you, talk about music, talk about the universe, talk about life. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, I love
Philosophy.
conversation. I crave it, you know what I mean?
Oh, dude, the shizzle.
Yeah. But so what's new, man? How's it been going?
Doing good, dude. The Chasm and Discord band I'm in with Lord Marco,
Yeah.
playing technical death metal stuff. Our second single just came out, so if anybody has a chance, go to YouTube and look up Chasm of Discord. And the song is Feeding the Machine. It's our second single. The third one will be out, I think, on November 2nd, and the album comes out right after that. So, yeah, go check it out.
Coming soon, man. November 2nd, correct? So that's exciting.
Yeah, dude, we're stoked on that. And the re-recording of my first instrumental EP is going to be out on October 28th on Halloween, I think. So.
Oh, that's sick. There's so much happening October 28th. We have our show in Maine. That's with Thy Enemy, Kingdom of Nightmares, Dead Man's Prophecy, Last Dance Amongst Wolves. I'm going to fuck this one up. I think it's Earthworms, but it's spelled fucking weird. And then Joseph's on the stage as well. But then I just actually at random the other day, I got a message from an old friend from high school. She's like, I'm just throwing caution to the wind. I'm having a Halloween party. Can you come and play or get bands to come play for us? I was like, well, give me the date. She's like, oh, the 28th of October. You're already busy, man. Fucking, I'll get you in Portland, right? But so we checked with a few other bands. I'm just waiting for them to confirm before I can say who's playing at her little Halloween costume party thing. But that'll be pretty sick, man. If
oh yeah, dude, Halloween shows are the best.
I reached out to if they can play, that would be awesome, right?
Oh yeah, Halloween shows are the best, man. People are having a good time. What's more metal than Halloween? You know what I mean? I've seen some pretty cool stuff playing some Halloween shows, man. I've seen some pretty crazy stuff, and this one band I was in, the guy that was a bass player, a friend of mine, he dressed up as Gene Simmons, dude, and it was on point. It was killer, man. It was cool. That was a awesome show.
So ours is obviously a costume 80s theme, though. So I'm going as Lenny, baby. I'm getting some short jean shorts, the cowboy hat, right? Jack Daniels t-shirt. Fucking gonna do her up, right?
If anything's worth doing, it's doing it right. That's for sure, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. Fucking. So I've got my time booked into the studio.
Nice.
Since last time, I locked it down just shortly after we talked, right? On the weekend there. So right after the October show, it's fucking into the studio. Boom, here we go, right? And get that done. So I'll probably be sending you some music there for Christmas. I figured with all the bands I'm going to work with or who I'm interested here, check this out. Make something over top of this. So next year the album will be out, right? So,
dude, and to get a record done, and have it out, and potentially have it ready to go in, 3 or 4 months is quite an undertaking. So if you're looking for a early next year release, dude, that's pretty awesome, man.
I'm thinking probably September. I'll do like the actual full album. If everyone if I get my shit together here and then everyone else is all on board too, right? I'll have it ready for September. I'm thinking for a release, good time to throw a party, end of the year, winter coming, baby. Let's just one last big bash, right?
Yeah. One last free for all before it gets shitty outside. You can light a fire and not worry about burning anything down, hopefully.
No. Hollywood says, hey. Big shout out to
Hollywood.
Yeah, once again, she did most of the scheduling, right? And then I just touched base with you today. It's like, hey, you ready? And you're like, yeah. I'm like, awesome.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Glad to be back.
So we were on the roof. We were laughing because someone bitched at me about using my fucking knife to do some delicate work. I'm like, don't worry, man. I'm like a surgeon. And then next thing you know, a Weird Al fucking comment come out about like a surgeon, cut for the verse when he did that song.
Oh yeah.
And I think he was actually the first music I ever bought the tape, listened to it over and over and over and over again, man.
That's crazy.
Dude,
Weird Al, man. He is no joke.
No, for his music, even though, it's hard to just fucking. They even had the videos. I remember Beat It, and he had fucking whatever song that was for that Michael Jackson tune he did. Eat It.
Oh, yeah.
That was...
Eat It, yeah.
Correct.
Dude, crazy. Well, the guy's got undeniable talent, man. I mean, it's just, and it's funny. It's cool to see somebody be successful, not taking themselves so seriously. He made a whole career out of making fun of people. That's pretty badass,
Yeah. Basically, in a sense, I guess not a comedian, but on the same hand, he's a fucking comedian of the music world in that sense, right?
Oh yeah.
You can't take a joke.
Right. Well, dude, I remember watching the VH1 thing about him behind the music years ago, and people were like, "Yeah, if Weird Al parodies one of your songs, that's a huge compliment."
I would think so.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I want to be in the video, bud.
Yes, Michelle says if he takes your music and fucks with it, you have made it. Exactly. Yeah, he's not, parodies of bottom feeders. You've got to be somebody because that song's already got to be known. So yeah, exactly. You're making money. And then if he sells records of parody or whatever parodying your song, you get paid more. So it's a win-win. Weird Al, please parody one of my songs.
I was gonna say, maybe we'll do a cover of your songs on the album.
That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be cool, man. We'll figure something.
It'd
be cool to have you on, especially being an independent artist such as yourself, and in that way, you're kind of. I'm just going kind of I guess it would be a total different direction, but trying to get all the bands or some of the bands that I really love that I've interviewed and become friends with. Here, man, this is my idea for the album. I'd like to just be my songs, but I'll give you a couple, you get a couple, you get a couple, and then we all come together, do the fucking album. And for the album release, now I just come on for the encore, and we do the one song that I did for the encore, for every band, you know what I mean?
Right.
We don't even...
that's, collaborating with people is what makes music awesome. And I did a bunch of cover albums. I did, I did 1, 2, 3, 4 cover albums. I just had a new one come out this last summer, 2022. Yeah. And, there are songs by Priest and Deicide, freaking Aeon, all sorts of different, Children of Bodom, Dimmu Borgir, all sorts of Testament, all Negative, all sorts of different kind of shit. But having each song have a different vocalist was really cool because it made them unique and close to and in the spirit of the original bands that had those songs. So, I did all stuff, Symphony X, Necrophagus, Vital Remains, Iron Maiden, Arch Enemy, Bodom, whole bunch of different kind of shit. But getting other people involved is always cool. And that's one thing I like doing is doing guest appearances on people's albums. I'll do a solo or this and that, or, writing music for people is really cool too.
Oh, wow, man. Oh, it'd be cool then to send. I'll just send all my shit when it's done in the studio. Check this out. See what you think, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm
we
totally
get more intended to other people. Shit, that'd be cool to have it all figured out in that end. Here, man.
Oh yeah.
Put some drums to this. My buddy Dave out of Dead Man's Prophecy and Last Dance Amongst Wolves, who does the drumming. he'll probably do most of the drumming for the fucking album, just because the guy's phenomenal, man. Like I couldn't ask for a better drummer to even do one or two of my songs for me, right?
Right. Dude, and that's the thing is like solid drums. Guitar's awesome and everything, and
Yeah.
But having solid drums is
Yeah.
probably the most important thing because you can't get away. You can't be successful with a crappy drummer.
Yeah, you can't distort it enough. No one can hear it. Oh, he's slightly out of tune. Well, more distortion. Boom. Now you don't hear it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
Like you're either on or you're not, and it really fucking is the backbone of any band, and that's.
Oh yeah. That's why good drummers are hard to find. You know what I mean? Anybody that's like on a professional level, those guys are already in bands and they're already touring and stuff. So it's tough to find them.
Losers here. He's a young guy, like he's fucking 20 years younger than me, but the drummer for that band is solid, dude. He's constantly practicing, working on his technique. He's gonna be on the show here real soon. We're just working out the schedule and shit, right? And then so fucking I can't wait to talk to him, have him on the show. I know Devin, the lead singer's been on a bunch. He's always popped with him, right? So he always pops in the middle of the show if he's on site and shit, right?
That's awesome. Yeah.
Right from his home, right? So everyone's home, and just me and Todd in the hotel this year, right? So
are you guys still on the road working, or did you go to the same town, or did you guys move on to somewhere else?
No, I'll be stuck here in Sudbury until probably the snow flies here.
Oh, wow.
And then I'll go to the city and hopefully finish up my steel job before the snow fucking flies there. You know what I mean? I got a couple things up there on my end as far as work goes, right? And then, you do what you do. Like this will be my first time having the winter off. So,
wow, man.
The season, like normally I would go down south and work, but with COVID, I got used to kind of staying and working up here in the winter. But I've been, it's like, maybe I'll work till Christmas and then I'm gone. Like I'm hitting the fucking planes and trains and automobiles, bud, for like 3 months. I'm out. Like I have to go, things to do.
Awesome. So what do you do, dude? Are you like a welder or
no, I'm a flat commercial residential roofer, but
the
company we work for owns the patent on the style of roof that we do, right?
Oh, wow.
So, and it's a small for having like, I think they got 500 roofs under warranty, but there's only like 7 or 8 of us that work here now.
Oh,
so
wow.
the system works really well. It's pretty labor intensive to fucking put it in, right? But
I believe it.
As a flat roof, it's like putting steel instead of shingles. It's 100 times better than anything else.
Metal roof. Anywhere where there's any sort of weather, if it rains or it snows, having a metal roof. I grew up on the coast, so it's popular.
Yeah.
Throw some gutters on there too.
Back in the day, what were some of your early fucking jobs? Like what were some of the shit that, because now I'm pretty liking what I do, and then having the few months off to travel and do the show and go meet people, do the interview in person. I can't wait for that shit, man. You know what I mean? But
so like when I was a kid, I used to like string like fish heads together for crab bait. Got paid for that. Pushed a lawnmower around before I could work, and my parents owned a seafood business, so I remember, washing dishes and cleaning crabs and filleting fish and doing all that kind of stuff. And then I got a job at a gas station as a kid. And worked there for like
when you used to pump it. You used to actually have to get out. Hey, you want your oil? I'll squeegee your window, pump their gas.
Exactly, dude. Yeah, man, and it was cool because late at night people would come in and they wouldn't have any money. But you're like, I'll put $20 back then was you get a full tank of gas. So it's like, I'll put $20 worth of gas in your car if you go in the store and buy me some beer. You know what I mean? So
it was a good system. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Now
for sure.
you pump like you now you work for everywhere. You work for the grocery store because you check your own groceries out. You bag your own shit. You work for the gas station, and you pump your own gas, and like everywhere you go is like
Oregon.
You work.
No, like Oregon, you can't pump your own gas. I mean, I guess you can in some places they'll let you, but in Oregon, pumping gas is considered like gainful employment in a way. And not to get into a political discussion or an economic one, but
no.
A lot of the jobs that younger kids could have are now taken by adults. Because when we were kids, you'd be like the kids would be the ones like washing the dishes or pumping the gas.
Worked in the grocery store, then I went and worked in the restaurant, scrubbing and cleaning pots, and
exactly.
I mean, like,
totally, and it's changed because in my opinion, in the U.S. anyway, we don't make anything here anymore. We just consume stuff and buy it elsewhere. So there's like less jobs. You can't get a job at like Ford or Chevy or wherever, or at a car plant or even any sort of manufacturing job because they don't exist anymore. So, jobs like Walmart and Target, and retail and washing dishes and pumping gas are now considered, gainful employment. And it's tough to make a living at any rate, but it's really tough, at that point. And so, it's just kind of one of those things where, it's a shame that, it's harder to make a living nowadays is all I'm trying to say.
Even to build cars back in the day, you used to actually build the car. Now I've worked in a car plant for a few months just to make some quick cash, get a real job. Not that I couldn't do that job mentally. That's totally like I could not do that. I would go insane to do that.
The same thing over and over again.
But other people that work there wouldn't do my job, man. Stand on a roof when it's 40 degrees outside on black rubber. You know what I mean? Like they're like, you're fucking retarded. We get shades, we get breaks. If you're cruising, man, you don't stop, and then you get to a certain point. Oh, you realize it's 2:00. We better take a lunch.
Right. Well, working outside is always tough too, dude. You know what I mean? Just outside, if it's raining or it's cold or if it's hot, it's a lot different than like, walking into the factory and, you're literally like doing the same thing day after day after day. And at a certain point, it's kind of like you stop counting all the parts that you've made or this.
You just do it.
It's just like, okay, well, no matter what, it's never going to stop. I'm never going to be ahead.
I'll drive past the factory in the morning and like, I couldn't do that. But don't drive past our roof at night and be like, no way would I do that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Works out.
Yeah, totally. Teach their own, dude. Like, whatever works, whatever pays the bills, dude.
I know. And they only keep going up, right? Never fucking.
Dude, gas went up, I think 60 cents a gallon in the less than a week, dude. I think in the last 4 days.
What are you paying now then? What do you guys pay now a gallon in the US?
In Oregon I think it's $4.89.
$4.89? That's pretty high. My uncle did say it would go up to $5, especially in Georgia. Last time I was down there, it was up to like it was like $4.60 or some shit like that, right?
Dude. Yeah, and that's just in Salem. I think in Portland it's gone over $5. I remember when I was on tour, the Shiver Shred tour. We went all over the country, circled it, dude. I did a whole half of the United States and half of it again just to get home and half to get down there and to Texas where the tour started. And it stopped in Texas, but I think the highest gas prices I saw were $6.35, and it wasn't even in New York. I think it was in Connecticut. And then I think the cheapest ones I saw were I think it was $3.77 or $3.47. I think down in Alabama or Louisiana, down there in the Gulf. Which
right on the Gulf, it's usually pretty cheap because they got all the rigs and stuff there, right?
Yeah, the refineries are all there. Yeah, dude. And I tell you what was crazy is there's a lot of oil rigs in New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
That was interesting. Texas, of course. You always heard of Texas. Pumping the Beverly Hillbillies. But freaking dude, New Mexico, they're pumping oil, man.
Oh yeah, when I went through there, that was pretty wild. And then when I was in Texas, I seen more cows than fucking anything, right? Like
Dude,
I must
I
have
grew
seen
up.
fucking 10 billion fucking cod, man. Like it was crazy.
I grew up in a small town in Oregon, dude, on the coast, and there were literally more cows than people in the county, dude.
Yeah, right. Like,
Yeah, that's all there is. Yeah, dairy farms, man. You can smell that place before you even hit town.
oh yeah, yeah. The worst now, they started up in my old area, built chicken barns everywhere. The wind's blowing the wrong way, man. It's like puke
Oh
out your
yeah.
window. Like
Oh yeah.
one of my
Dude.
first real jobs, I did steel roofing and shit. And we used to build pole barns and wineries and stuff, right?
Oh, right on. Yeah.
Sometimes you go and they just wanted the roof redone on the chicken roof, right? The
Right.
three-story high fucking building. You're killing chickens left and right from all the noise and shit, right? Like, oh, you peel off that roof, bud, and fuck, it would just stink, man. Like,
Oh, I do. I
it,
bet. Make a gag.
yeah, you didn't eat, you didn't do nothing. You just
I
did and hope you didn't puke everywhere, right? Like,
Right. Dude, I've heard that working on hog farms is pretty gnarly too. Like,
yeah,
you
I can
know.
only imagine. I cleaned a few hog barns, but I can't say like I've ever worked like deep into it like most people, like farmers.
Right. Yeah.
That's
Crazy.
I love bacon, so thank you guys so much, man. 'Cause
Exactly.
that's a job
Dude,
I wouldn't do. You know,
farming ain't no joke, bro.
not at all. My
No.
grandparents and them owned one down south. Papa used to own them back in the day and stuff, but he started just having his own little half-acre garden, and I always got stuck rototiller in it. We called it the Manitou because the exhaust blew right in your face. So like 3 days in the spring, you'd be rototiller, then you'd be sick for 3 days because you're all covered, right? Like I'm ready, right?
Oh yeah, like on where I'm from, on the boats, that's what they tell you. They tell you not to stand by the exhaust because you'll get sicker and shit. You can't be breathing that stuff in.
Especially diesel. Oh, that's worse.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. Michelle said that Oregon is still cheaper than Canada. What part of Canada are you from, Michelle?
Yeah, that's a good question, actually. Because our prices up here right now are about, I think we're paying $1.64 a liter, so that makes it like $7 a gallon, give or take, $8 a gallon.
Holy shit!
Yeah, could be wrong.
Ontario. Yeah. She's from Ontario.
Yeah, she's probably. I'm in Ontario still. Like Ontario's fucking huge, bud.
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
How far are you from Toronto?
Eh?
About what? How far are you from Toronto?
I'm about 4 or 5 hours north of Toronto right now myself.
Shit, that's it.
Yeah, and then earlier in the year we were in Thunder Bay. That's 20 hours from where I live, right north, still in Ontario.
Yeah, dude, those provinces are huge, man.
Yeah, 20 hours I could drive to Florida and go through like 7-8 states. You know?
Damn.
Be warm as fuck.
Dude, Florida, dude, I went down there and on tour, and it's an interesting place, man. They're getting their ass kicked by that hurricane right now, though. I've heard you guys have had some pretty gnarly storms up there too.
Yeah, your fucking hurricane come up and hit our east coast out in Newfoundland and Nova Scotia and shit. Just fucking demolished it.
Damn, dude. Yeah, they said it was like the biggest storm you guys had ever had up there, like from the Atlantic or whatever. That's crazy.
Yeah, like it made it all the way up, almost fucking hurricane power, right? And all villages and shit, right? Just destroyed it.
Michelle said you guys pay 33% in taxes. That's crazy. Your income tax.
Yeah, man, I'm not a big fan of Ontario. I don't know why I still live here, man. Tell you the truth, like anywhere in North America, I can work anywhere in the U.S. and Canada. Fucking no hassles. Or I don't need a visa nowhere. Fucking. But yet I'm still in Ontario, paying 33% in taxes now.
So, if you could, would you live in the States or would you rather live in Canada?
I'd rather live in the States, tell you the truth.
Really? I've had some friends from up your way, other from BC, and they're always telling us, "Oh, everything's so much cooler in Canada. Everything's so much cooler in Canada." But I don't know.
No. It's cold. Yeah, fuck. I don't like the cold, man. Like, definitely cooler, you know?
That's the only thing that's more cool is the weather.
Like, allow me to work my fucking season out, make my money, and then I'm heading south next winter. But instead of having to work down there, I'm just going on vacation, bud. Like, go to Vegas for a bit, go to fucking warm place, spend a couple months. But I got no vacation in the States. Most people need 90 days and they got to be back, or 6 months or some shit. I forget what it is. Right?
Well, yeah, you're a dual citizen, aren't you?
Yeah, right. So I got the American, Canadian fucking sin and all that. I can work anywhere, right?
Nice. So
I always found it funny, man, that fucking Alberta, less taxes, more Americanized. See?
Yeah, what is it? Calgary, Alberta, right? Calgary's the capital of Alberta.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm probably wrong. She'll tell us in a minute.
All right. Like, actually, it's Saskatoon. Yeah. Dude. Yeah, man. Like, I've never been to Ontario nor Alberta, but hopefully go there soon. I heard you guys got some crazy mosquitoes up there, though, in the summertime. Dude. Like,
mosquitoes and black flies will carry you away in the spring and shit, especially up here further north, right? Block, it's over. You know, dude. I'll work in the city for the spring, come up here for the summer, and then when it snows here, it's basically fall in the city. Head back to the city, finish up my work, right? And then it's fucking on to the Philippines and then Peru, Florida. I got some places to
go. There you go, man. You're heading south for sure.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah. Peru's going to be fantastic. I'm hopefully my one buddy's coming. Everyone couldn't. I'm going for 30 days, right? So,
holy shit.
No one I know can take Peru, 30 days. Hey?
What are you going to do in Peru, dude, for 30 days?
I'm doing the fucking 10 cities, 30 days, 2 different countries. So I start in the north end of Peru. I got a 90-day bus pass in case anything happens. I still have a ride. Right?
Totally, dude.
Yeah. And then we go down, go through all the cities. And then the last leg of the trip, the reason why I took the 30 days was so I could take the train and go see Pichinchu or whatever.
Machu Picchu, yeah.
That's it, yeah. And then that's an extra 3 or 4 days to take the train, get the hiking. Dude. So I'm not going to take the gondola up. I'll do the hike up, but then I'll take the gondola back down and shit.
That's crazy, man. That's some brutal hikage right there, dude.
I know. I'm trying right now. I'm climbing 6 stories a day up the scaffold stairs. Boop, 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 with our tools, you know, whatever you bring down at the end of the night, you got to carry back up.
Oh, yeah. You just got that shit there, yeah.
I'm probably up and down them 7 times a day, right? So
damn.
I've been working.
if anybody can climb a mountain, dude, it's a roofer. You guys are constantly
I hope so. We'll find out, bud. We'll go live to TheBoneYard.
There you go. Yeah, dude. When you get to the top of the hill, you'd be like, take a selfie, do a live, do some live streaming right there. You ought to have good service. You're so close to the satellites, dude. You'll be able to get dialed in.
It's pretty fucking high up there, right?
Shit, dude. Yeah, man. Like it's got to be at least 10,000 feet, something like that. Something crazy like that. Freaking what was I gonna say? Are you gonna go to the Nazca lines and see all the pictographs up there and shit too? That stuff's crazy.
Yeah, that's actually a balloon ride you can take while you're there, right? So, and then I really want to do the desert snowboarding and fucking dune buggying. So I'll probably be at least 3 days there. Get there, unpack, go to the bar, eat. Next day, get up, do the snowboarding thing. Your final day, do the dune buggy. So you get a day of each, and then back on the bus to the next city, baby. All right.
Yeah, that's crazy. Just don't drink the water, man.
I don't know. I've been good everywhere I went, like even Cuba, South Africa. drink the tap water, first day there. You know, like
you've been to South Africa?
Yeah, I just went there last year in November for the month. Well, I was just under a month because they found the Omicron virus and they started shutting it down. So I got the last flight out as a Canadian and fucking
That's
last
crazy,
flight.
Dude. What the hell brought you to South Africa just to go see what's up?
There's a great podcast and stuff out of there called Stone Daisies with Ilsa and that. And then they were having Death Fest in November. So I was like, well, I left November 28th. So I was there all December, right? And
that's crazy, bro.
So I went down for Death Fest, but the exchange rate is so good. I stayed the whole month. Like I paid the month's rent on the flat, right? I tried to feed there was 8 or so people, give or take, in the community because it's an open kitchen. So I just go to the grocery store, what do you guys want to eat tonight, right? I'd go and it was a 2 beer walk there and a 2 beer walk back.
Nice. There you go, man. That's crazy. That's awesome, dude. You been to Cuba?
Yeah, that was sick, man. I've been twice actually to Cuba.
They let you in on an American passport, or did you flash the Canadian badge?
My first year was a little iffy when I got there, and then everyone was like, I don't know, man. And then I get there, and they gave me a hard time getting in. But I made the dude stamp my thing anyways. I'm like, you fucking stamp that, because I'm really Canadian. So my second year, I went on my Canadian passport, and got in no problem, right? So that was all right, you know.
Nice. Where else have you been? Did you been to Cuba, fucking South America? Where else?
Been to about 42 or 43 states. I think the only couple I haven't been to has been California, Hawaii, and that's the only 2 I can actually think of. So like 48 states, I guess, right?
That's
Argentina. Technically
Argentina?
No, it's technically a state though. They just can't vote. Correct. I think I could probably wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure. It's hard to say.
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
What's the most brutal place you've ever been to? Like just the most out of control place you've ever been to?
Like just chaotic where it didn't feel safe.
Chaos, like the craziest place, dude.
100% Detroit, bud.
I was just there, man.
No way. How'd you feel when you're wandering around and shit?
Dude, well, we drove toward the bridges that goes into Canada, dude, just to get the bird's eye view. You know, we didn't go across. No. We put it in the sanctuary. And, dude, like you roll into town, and it's like they got all that natural gas or whatever's burning off, and when they're refining oil, whatever the hell's going on, dude. Yeah. And it was like you could taste the chemicals in the air. It was brutal, dude, but I'd say Detroit's pretty hardcore, but I think the gnarliest place that I've ever went was probably St. Louis, dude. St. Louis, that was brutal. Yeah, dude, people were getting shot. It was gnarly, man. We played at a really cool place, and what was really awesome was right down the street, like a block away, was this really killer barbecue restaurant that had been on the Food Network, best barbecue in the United States, this and that. So really good food. Yeah, Detroit is where the zombies live. Yeah, I believe it. I seen a few while I was there. It was crazy. Yeah. But anyway, St. Louis, right? So we get done playing, and everybody's loading their gear, getting ready to leave, getting out of the venue. And there's people trying to sneak on buses, this and that, dude. One guy knocked a lady down and then stabbed her. And the dude, the drummer for one of the bands, had a cymbal stand in his hand. He was going to, take this guy out. And then the dude, he pushed him down, and the guy got up and started shooting a gun, dude. And it was crazy, man. It was nuts. Yeah, dude, everybody, we all scattered like cockroaches. Me and the Rings of Saturn dudes ran back in the venue. We're like, whoa, what's going on? So it was crazy. It was crazy.
No, I remember my old man and I were down. Actually, it was in Atlanta. I ended up catching one of the wrong fucking turns. Instead of going right through, we ended up in the wrong neighborhood or whatever. Well, cut me off, man. And I was well, my flipper off, Canadian thing to do, right? And then you know, but he was like, no, dude, she probably got a gun, man. Don't say
Oh
shit.
yeah,
Don't.
dude. No, dude, we were rolling into Atlanta and we were just merging onto the freeway there to get downtown. We were playing at this place called Purgatory. There's like 3 clubs that are in this complex, right?
Yeah.
So we're just bombing along, and this dude in this delivery truck just totally cut this dude off in a BMW and almost T-boned us, dude. But he like did some crazy evasive maneuver and ended up getting ahead of us, dude. And he was like cussing at us, this and that, yelling. And it's like, whoa, dude, like, you know, we're from Oregon on tour. We're just, you know, we're at the end of the tour. We're tired. We're just trying to make it to the venue. So we get to the venue, dude. And it's actually, it looks like a pretty nice place. And they're like, yeah, when you leave here, everybody leave together at the same time because shit gets real once the shows are over around here, dude. And it was crazy, man. Like, you know, and we had gone for an adventure, you know, to go get some food before we played. And we went to a place and they had like Chinese food and macaroni and cheese, like, and like comfort food. It was awesome, dude, because I love Chinese food and I love comfort food. So I ate real good, but yeah, dude, it was a rough place, dude. They don't fuck around down there, you know. And they had dudes
in Mexico there. I walked across the border, right, and fucking. So next thing I knew, you know, I'm at the famous Kentucky bar right at the El Paso and Chavez.
Oh yeah, man.
Right.
One day
so I hit up
too, yeah.
Right. And we spent the day there and shit. And as we're walking home, or back to wherever we were heading, and the sun's kind of going down. And she starts walking a bit faster. All right. Shops are like, gates are coming down, locking up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll walk a little faster with you. You know, once I put out of tourist mode, and all of a sudden, hey man, remember where the fuck you are, kind of thing. Right?
No shit, dude. Dude, when we went through El Paso, it was crazy, man. And there was border checkpoints and this and that, obviously. But yeah, dude, it's a pretty hardcore town. And you look right across the way there, and there's the wall, and there's the other side of the city, dude. And like, yeah, we were, you know, we made sure that we, you know, minded our own business around there because, you know.
So the hostel I rented was like, I was less than a 10-minute walk to the border, right? And I think it's John Derringer, the fucking famous dude back in the 30s or 40s with fucking killer people.
Oh yeah,
getting into the shootout in that hotel. I stayed in the same room as him. Fucking, they had like a
crazy
booth he was gunned down in. They had that in the lobby and shit, man. Anytime I ever go back, I'm staying at that place. Yeah, I'll have to look it up and link some posts to it sometime. But fucking, it was awesome, man. Like at night, the park was all lit up with like Christmas lights and shit, and fucking.
Damn.
I had a great time while I spent 5 days, but yeah. When I left there, man, I'm driving, I'm cruising. I'm like, yeah. Next thing you know, I'm getting pulled into a fucking, like you said, border check, man.
Oh, yeah.
The dogs out. I'm like, what the fuck's going on, right? They're like, what are you doing in Mexico and shit? Like, I bought a bottle of tequila. You know, like, that's all, you know what I mean? Like, why is a Canadian around here? Yeah.
Right.
But to get in, walked across, paid 50 cents, not even a lineup by. We just off we went, right? Coming back. Oh man, she got through faster than I did. They pulled me aside. Why are you're a Canadian? Because I had my Canadian passport at the time. And they're like, why are you walking across the Mexican border being a Canadian? Right. I had to be like, I parked my car over there on the safe side, you know, semi-safe side. Fucking, you know, I left it there for however long I've been here for, right? At the hotel I had the hotel for the whole week. So I spent 4 days down there and then a couple days up actually at my hotel or whatever, right? But that's what was my safe thinking for my car. I'll just park it at a hotel, rent it for the whole week, and fucking keep my car there, right? And walk everywhere.
Yeah, it's better that way. Better safe than sorry, dude. You know,
gorgeous city, bud. I highly recommend going and seeing. Like, I walked into a few of the churches one day. I had the traditional Mexican breakfast. Oh my god, stay close to your hotel if you're not used to eating on the road.
Totally. Exactly,
What are like
man.
when you're on the road? How do you like bring a barbecue? Do you cook? Do you like make sure you try to eat good or like?
Well, and that's the thing, dude, is like, a lot of times when you go play places, they'll feed you or they give you a buyout, if they don't feed you. So a lot of times it's like bar food or, you can't eat that shit all the time. Or a lot of it,
No.
to be honest with you, dude, a lot of it's like, for me anyways, eat a lot of bananas, to
Yeah.
try to, just to potassium. What else, man? Sandwiches. Like we would make sandwiches, like trying to, because shit costs money, dude. So like if you get paid to eat and they're giving you the money as a buyout, you put that in your pocket that goes into your gas tank. You know what I mean? So anything to save money and,
Special K or Circle K hot dogs, or not.
Dude, Buc-ee's in the South. What else, dude? I've been to, truck stops, this and that, whatever. Whatever's cool. And like, going to Buc-ee's down there, it's awesome. There was a restaurant I went to for the first time called Cookout. And down there in like South Carolina, Georgia, I think they have them down there too. In North Carolina, like it's a small area. Yeah, dude, it was gnarly food, but you can't eat nasty shit all the time, or it's gonna make you sick, dude. You know what I mean?
No.
So like, eating a lot of soup and shit.
We were up here and fucking we ended up having McDonald's for lunch, and then that night, few beers, McDonald's in walking distance, had it again, right? I haven't ate it. Yeah, I haven't eaten since though, man. Like since I've been on the road this time, I haven't bought like McDonald's and Burger King and all, right?
Yeah,
it's definitely way better. I feel way better being on the road and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Well, it's like, if you're gonna eat something and you're on the road, it doesn't have to be expensive, but try to, even just going to the grocery store and like buying like some bread out of the bakery, and getting some lunch meat, and just making a sandwich and like a bowl of soup or something, dude. It goes. I think that's better, than like just going to get like hamburgers at McDonald's. You know what I mean? And at this point, it's probably cheaper too, and like, eating fresh fruits and vegetables because. I don't know, dude. It's like dude. If you're out there working every day, and it's hard work, you're not going to want to be feeling like shit when you're doing it,
Like right now, we're lucky the grocery store basically 2 blocks from the site has like
perfect.
Sells sandwiches. You can get nachos and dip. I've been buying the pumpernickel and spinach dip a lot, eating that.
There you go, bro. Yeah, dude. Get some spinach dip, some rye bread and shit. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that was probably the best thing because like. Being away from home, if you can have like normal food besides just like tacos and like burritos from Taco Bell or hamburgers, I don't know. It's just like a more fulfilling experience, and it's better shit to eat.
Oh, 100%, right? Like,
like
food all the time, right? So, like, I know pizza's its own food group. That doesn't count, right? Chicken wings, they're their own food group and shit. And then maybe Arby's, because there's an Arby's in town. So once a week, once a week. We made there twice. I've been up here for like 2-3 months almost now, right? So,
dude, their Reuben sandwich ain't bad.
Not bad though. Better than a burger.
No, right? Yeah, dude. Oh yeah, dude. Like, and that's the thing. Like Michelle said, she says, McDonald's will make you shit. It will make you shit. There's nothing worse than having the shits when you're not at home too. Like you're on the road and you got to stop
on the road.
All the time.
And I'm missing a bunch of body parts and stuff. So sometimes when I eat, it's go time, bud. Like pull over. I'll be right back in your stock, man. You got napkins? Like it's happening right now.
You don't have a shirt sleeve anymore,
No, you come back one missing a whole sleeve of your sweater. They're like, what happened? Don't worry about it, bud. We're good to go
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll wipe my ass.
Yeah. I remember the last time it was like my dad, because he watched me go through my cancer and shit and all that. And he working with him over the years. I worked with him off and on for quite a few years. Like he would come to my sites. I remember we were building fire escapes to up the regulation, helping this building fucking upgrade and shit, right? So
right.
be building them up and stuff. He'd come at lunchtime. He didn't even go to work till 3 in the afternoon. He'd show up at our site at noon, bring us food and shit.
Nice.
I figured, he'd hang out, kind of watch what we were doing and shit, right? Then he'd go to work, read the paper till work started, right?
Nice.
Miss those days. Those were good days, though, man. Well, I worked for myself, though. I had another guy that partnered up with me, and then his stepdad would come and work for us whenever we needed an extra hand, right?
Oh, that's cool.
All cash. That was awesome.
No taxes.
Nowhere fucking. You still pay taxes on everything you buy and purchase, your fuel, your food.
Yeah. No, dude, motel rooms. Dude, and that's crazy too. Like, and then like, trying to get your deposit back.
Oh, that sometimes I remember I was in London. We went and seen Guns N' Roses, and fucking. So we partied
up.
Eh?
London, Ontario, or London, England?
No, Ontario. Yeah, London, Ontario. Sorry, man. Yeah. And so it turns out we got back to the hotel after doing the pub crawl all the way back and shit. And there was a motocross crew in town. It might have been Nitro Circus, but they were all partying on the floor below us. So we ended up partying and shit, right? Like, quite the hotel experience. I piled all the empties nice and neat. The girl goes up to check to make sure we didn't trash the room, and she was like, "There's a lot of empties up there." It's like, yeah, they're all organized and piled nice and neat. All you know what I mean? Like, what more do you want?
Yeah.
We didn't dance on
the bed.
Yeah, didn't break the TV. You know what I mean? Like, I even took my shoes off at the door, bud. Like, one time we were in New Brunswick. My buddy Vin and I, we took a road trip for my birthday. He's like, "What do you want to do?" I'm like, "Let's get in the car and just drive." Took off. So we ended up in Grand Falls, New Brunswick. It's like 20 hours from where we were staying at the time, right? But anyway, we got so hammered that night. I stubbed my toe and didn't even know it on the corner of the bed, and woke up and there was a pile of blood on the sheet, like someone did like shit, right? It's like, oh, how do you explain that, right? They didn't give us the deposit back, and yeah, I lost $200 that day.
Damn, that's brutal. Yeah, dude. Like, just being on the road's just a lot different. It's a lot different thing, and like you're out there roofing, dude. Playing music, it's kind of like, it's not like you're out there partying, constantly, or there's like catering, or there's any sort of like, I mean, if you're like Aerosmith,
or
you're or Guns N' Roses, right? But like, in reality, it's more like, it's a job, dude. Playing music and touring is a job. It's not I mean, it's fun, don't get me wrong, and it's cool. And, the road, as you know, dude, the road itself is cool. You get to see things. But a lot of the times, you're seeing shit at night. It's like you could just like stop over and go, stop somewhere and like pull over and
the
go
road
sightseeing.
Kills most people. Everyone, you grow up playing your local bars and shit. Oh, yeah, fun. But when you start going to Europe or even a United States tour and you're gone for fucking 300 days of the year, I'm basically gone 300 days of the year almost. You know what I mean? So
dude, you travel for for work, and it's, I'm sure when you're home, it's nice to be home, but it's being on the road is cool. You know what I mean? If you can hang and keep yourself healthy, and you don't not miss too much sleep, it's a good time, man.
Yeah, we were in Thunder Bay so long we bought a barbecue. And then I cooked everything from grilled cheese to motherfucking potato salad on the fucking barbecue.
Dude, like, what I thought about, dude? And I didn't know this, but bring a crock pot, dude. And just put some shit in there in the morning, dude.
I could do pulled pork.
Dude, come back, and if you got hot food and it smells good, nobody's gonna complain. Oh, You know, that hotel room smells like pulled pork. You know, fuck you. You know, that's awesome.
Yeah, right. Those smell like dudes in work boots and shit, right? Like,
yeah, man. But like, dude, seriously, or like, you know, one thing I found was, you know, those microwavable soups that you can have in your hand, man. Those I was a big fan of those.
yeah.
It's like,
I learned
you know, it's like you're in
the microwave, right?
Oh, dude, for sure. You can cook some shit in a microwave, and it's a shame that a lot of rooms don't have them anymore. They took them out, especially like if you go to Vegas, tell them you have like diabetes and shit because they'll give you a fridge too.
No way, man. Hey,
yeah.
Thank you for the tip, bud, because we're planning the trip to fucking Vegas here real soon, man. But
dude, my parents went down there with my oldest kids, and that's what they did. They got a fridge because they said, "Oh, we need to store medicine in it," so they gave them a room with a fridge, dude, without any extra charge. So before you go down there, man, because water's like $4 or $5 a bottle, get yourself a fridge, dude.
Yeah,
put all your beer in there.
Because I'm not a gambler, like, but Vegas has so much more to see than the casino. There's the show, Little Italy, Paris, you know.
Dude, Excalibur, the freaking, you know what, it's the Luxor. There's all sorts of shit down there, you know.
Yeah.
Museums and stuff.
Shows, everything down there, right?
Oh, yeah, dude. I think the gambling part's probably the least cool thing there.
Yeah. What I'll do is probably throw a penny in every time the drink girl comes around and, yeah, drink, baby. Boom.
Dude,
you know?
Dude, just go to the roulette wheel and bet like $20 on black, dude.
Yeah. And then just fucking booze it up for a while. When your $20 runs up, fucking out of here, baby.
Exactly, dude. Yeah, exactly. You know, and like, you know, just one thing is like take your ID and take some cash. Leave your wallet in your room. That way, you can't go to the ATM.
Your passport and shit. Being a traveler, always make sure that. Which is bad. I always have mine right now on me just in case someone's like, "We're going to Jamaica." Yeah, on my way. I'll meet you there.
I'll meet you there.
Yeah, I got everything with me, man. I literally got my amp, my pedal, my guitars in here. I just finally took my load of fucking clean clothes to the room, right?
How often do you guys do laundry, man? Do you guys do it every couple of days?
I've got enough stuff. I'm good for every 2 weeks.
No shit.
Well, that's not too bad, right?
Oh, dude, if you can, you know, if you're changing your clothes every 2 or 3 days, that's pretty good, man.
Like my work shoes and stuff, I'll wear those for a day or two, right? But my boxers, your t-shirts are always clean. This isn't my work sweater, but my work sweater, fuck, I'll wear it like people wear coats.
Yeah, dude, it's like you know, it's at home, you know, it's like your work clothes sometimes are your normal clothes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking A, dude.
Well, I remember I've gone out on a date and I've got work boots on, jeans, and then a nice shirt. You know?
That's what everybody wears to funerals and weddings around here, man.
Yeah, right. But you only see me from here up from the table, so I only really need a nice shirt on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, totally.
This year I broke down. I finally bought myself a real pair of like slip-on running shoes that look half decent. You know what I mean?
Nice. Right.
A friend of mine broke down, and she was like, "Here's some nice fucking jeans, you bum."
Totally. You're like, oh shit, I'll wear these to court.
Yeah, right. 100%, man.
Totally.
Yeah.
Michelle says hardships and lonely ships. Indeed.
Huh? Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hardships and lonely ships on the road, but I'll tell you, I've been single a long time, but I've worked on the road for a long time. It's hard to. Now I understand, like truck drivers, they're gone for so long, and then you get forgot about real quick when you're not there. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude. Yeah, my family are commercial fishermen. You know, they crab and they shrimp and they bottom fish and, you know, tuna fish and shit. They're gone for, you know, a week at a time, man.
Yeah, easy, right?
Yeah, dude. And, you know, it's like, you know, when your parents are gone, you got kids, you know, and your family grows up without you, you know, and it's tough, man. It's tough. That's one thing that's hard.
Like Papa would say over and over again back home there, I'm getting laughed at about finally bought shoes. She knows me.
She probably bought you the shoes, man.
You never know. I drink a lot, so. But Papa, he was gone to the war for 28 straight months on sea. Boom, gone. Meemaw waited for him, you know what I mean? And they were married right till the end. Like from school, boof, after the war, right till they fucking both died, you know what I mean? Like,
damn, dude.
Pretty amazing, you know?
Yeah. Well, dude, and that's the thing is like, you know, I'm divorced and, you know, a lot of people nowadays don't stay married, man. You know, it's
so parents, true. My parents are divorced, you know. My sisters, not to get into it, divorced. My cousins,
right.
wives. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, dude. Shit, my parents have been married. I think my mom and dad actually their anniversary, 59 years yesterday, and I'm like,
wow.
I don't know, man. That's crazy in itself, dude.
So I'm just texting our next guest here. Tell him
cool.
jump ready.
Awesome.
I'm gonna go have a quick whiz or something. You want to take a little 10-minute break, grab some a little piss, and then we'll go to the next band, and we'll be back in 10 minutes, baby.
Sounds cool, man.
All right.
All right.
Let me hold on a sec.